Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. Sanjeev Sharma from Government College Nadon, Himachal Pradesh. Today we are going to talk on module Adjustment Entries from the paper Accounting and Financial Analysis. After studying this module, students may able to understand what is an adjustment entry, main items that need to be adjusted in the books of accounts, need for passing the adjustment entries. The main objective behind preparing the final statements is to judge the financial strength of any enterprise. An organization maintains a proper record of transaction being carried out throughout the year, not due to compulsion of law, but in order to get an overview of entire working of business and find out the amount of profit earned and amount of losses incurred. In order to satisfy our mentioned objectives, a set of statements including trading profit and loss account and balance sheet are prepared. Collectively, these are known as final accounts. Preparing final account is the last step in entire accounting cycle, which gives a conclusive and important overview of the working of the business throughout the accounting year. The preparation of accounts is not error-free, but certainly include some sort of errors, either due to human mistakes or due to some technical fault in recording. The errors may be in the form of either partially omitting some entries or errors in updating certain revenue and expenses accounts. It is certainly not possible to prepare the entire line of accounts right from the very beginning. So in order to rectify the mistakes, certain adjustment entries are needed to be passed at the end of the accounts to update certain revenue and expenses accounts. Now, what is the meaning of adjustment entries? It is an important thing. As the name suggests, adjustment entries, also known as correcting entries, means the entries in order to adjust some unadjusted accounts. These are journal entries passed or prepared at the end of the accounting year in order to meet up the matching principle of accounting. The matching principle of accounting states that there should be a match between expenses and revenues in one accounting year. From present slide, it is clear that adjustment entries are the correcting entries, the entries which is passed to correct. Simply, these are the correcting entries. Further, these entries are passed to adjust some unadjusted accounts. Accounts which are not adjusted are called unadjusted accounts. With the help of adjustment entries, these accounts are adjusted. Further, adjustment entries are passed to meet up the matching principle of accounting. Matching principle of accounting is the base of accounting, and according to this principle, revenue and expense of a particular period should be matched to get correct, true and fair profit and loss of the business. So this figure explains the meaning and nature of adjustment entries. These are the correcting entries. These are helpful in adjusting the unadjusted accounts. Further, meet up the matching principle of accounting. In simple terms, it means that expenses incurred need to be matched with the same accounting period in which revenue was earned by paying those expenses. Adjustment entries are an important part for every organization, as passing the adjustment entries at the end will ensure that matching concept has been followed properly and that the true and fair image of the organization is being highlighted. Adjustments are made in the accounts at the end of as to satisfy the matching concept. Passing adjustment entry is an important part for every organization. Organizations have, while preparing trading and profit and loss count, pass adjustment entries for some of the items and ensure that expenses actually paid and the income actually earned are recorded in accounts, and the entries in order to adjust some of the unearned revenue and prepaid expenses are passed well in advance. Preparation of final account is the last step in entire accounting cycle. The cycle starts with recording of the monetary transactions in the books of accounts and end up with the preparation of final accounts. Sole proprietorship can be classified into has manufacturing concern and non-manufacturing concern. Trading account is prepared in order to find out gross profit or loss incurred while trading in the market. The net results of trading account is gross profit or gross loss. Gross profit is prepared or profit and loss account is prepared in order to find out net profit or net loss of the business. The results is either net loss or net profit. Need for passing adjustment entries. It is an important question. Why need of passing adjustment entries while preparing final accounts? Why such important is given for passing adjustment entries? Simply, these entries are passed so as to depict the correct net profit and net loss in the profit and loss account. It means with the help of passing adjustment entries, correct profitability and operational position of the business can be judged. Further, these are needed to depict the true financial position of the business. Financial position means the position of assets and liabilities of a business. Further, these are passed to match up the expenses paid with the revenue earned. By paying such expenses in the same accounting period, by correctly matching the expenses with revenue, the correct profit can be judged. Further, these are helpful in finding out the actual expenses payable to the outsider as well as the correct expenses incurred by the business. Need for passing adjustment entry is also shown with the help of the present figure, and this figure simply clears why adjustment entry should be passed before preparing the final accounts. With the help of these entries, correct net profit and net loss can be known. Further, this helps in depicting the true financial position of the business. With the help of adjustment entries, expenses and revenue can be matched, and finally it helps in finding out the actual amount which is payable by the business to different parties. So this figure put light on the importance of passing adjustment entries. Now, what are the different accounts or different types of accounts that needed to be adjusted? These accounts include prepaid expenses, revenue earned, accrued or outstanding expenses, or accrued income. This is shown by the present figure. The present figure makes clear that the types of accounts that need to be adjusted include mainly prepaid expenses, unearned revenues, outstanding expenses, accrued income. Prepaid expenses mean expenses paid in advance. Unearned in revenue mean a revenue which is not earned by the business but received in advance. Outstanding expenses are those expenses the benefit of which is availed but not yet paid by the business. Accrued income, the income which is earned by the organization but not yet received. These are the main types of accounts which are to be adjusted before preparing the final accounts. Prepaid expenses. These include the sum of expenses already paid by the company and the benefit will be availed in later stages to come. Example: the example of prepaid expenses is an insurance amount paid at the starting of accounting year and the benefit will be availed in later stage to come. It means the benefit will be available in next year.
Prepaid expenses are shown in the present figure. It is clear from the figure that prepaid expenses are expenses, the expenses which are paid in advance, but the benefit will be received in future. These are the expenses which are paid. The payment of these expenses are made by the organization, but benefit will be received in future. That's why these expenses are shown on the asset side of the balance sheet, whereas while preparing the profit and loss account, these expenses are deducted from the relevant expenses in the debit side of the profit and loss or trading account. For example, wages prepaid will be deducted from the wages in the debit side of the trading account, whereas salary prepaid will be deducted from the salary on the debit side of the profit and loss account.
Unearned revenues. Unearned are revenues also known as income received in advance. It means that said revenues are not earned in the same accounting year but still has been received. Simply it means that company have received the income in advance but they have not rendered the services. For example, a company has received the payment for delivering the goods at customer shop but still not delivered the goods.
Unearned revenues are shown in the present figure. Figure reveals that these are the revenues or income which are received in advance but services are not rendered. It means these are the incomes which are received in advance and these are liabilities for an organization. That's why these are shown on the liability side of the balance sheet. Further, while preparing the profit and loss account, these are deducted from the relevant income on the credit side of the profit and loss account. For example, commission received in advance will be deducted from the income commission on the credit side of the profit and loss account.
Accrued or outstanding expenses. These are the expenses that have been paid yet by the company. These are due to be paid but not yet paid. That means payment has not been made by the company and the benefit of these are taken by the company. For example, a business firm pays 60,000 per annum to an employee, but during the year only 58,000 have been paid. This means that rupees 2,000, 60,000 minus 58,000 are considered as not paid or outstanding on the part of the company.
Outstanding expenses are revealed in the present figure. Figure disclose that outstanding expenses are the expenses, the benefit of which has been taken and these are due to be paid. It is the responsibility of the organization to pay these expenses, but the payment is not made yet. It simply means that payment is to be made in future or in coming financial year. So these are the liabilities of an organization and shown on the liabilities side of the balance sheet. Further, outstanding expenses are shown on debit side of the profit and loss account. For example, outstanding wages will be shown on the debit side of the trading account by adding this outstanding wages into wages account, whereas salaries outstanding will be added in salaries account on the debit side of the profit and loss account.
Accrued income. This is the portion of net income that have been earned but not yet received by company. It means that income was due to be received but still has not been received. For example, if a business has invested rupees 30,000 at the rate of 5%, the interest earned is 1500 and only rupees 1000 has been received. So remaining amount of rupees 500 will be termed as accrued income.
Accrued income is the income or net income which is earned by the organization. Services has been provided in respect of these income, but the payment has not been received by the organization. And accrued income are shown in this figure. Figure makes clear that the income which is earned but not received is called accrued income, and these are the assets of an organization and shown on the asset side of the balance sheet. Further, while preparing profit and loss account, these are deducted or these are added in relevant income. For example, commission outstanding or interest outstanding or accrued interest is added in interest account or income interest on the credit side of the profit and loss account, and further it is shown on the asset side of the balance sheet. There are important adjustments or items which are needed to be adjusted while preparing the financial statements of an organization. The first and very important item is closing stock. Closing stock means the stock that is not sold during the year and remains as a leftover portion with the business after the end of the accounting year. Simply, closing stock means unsold goods at the end of the year. Stock is always valued at market price or cost price, whichever is less. The adjustment entry which is passed for closing stock is stock account debited to trading account, and the effect of this entry will be that closing stock will be recorded on credit side of the trading account and on the asset side of the balance sheet. So simply there will be two effects. Firstly, it will shown on the credit side of the trading account, and secondly, it will be shown on the asset side of the balance sheet. Prepaid expenses. Prepaid expenses are expenses paid in advance before they become due to be paid. It means that the benefit of services for whom payment have been made will be availed in future. The payment have been made but benefit will be received in future. For example, XYZ Limited had paid the insurance premium on December 31st, 2014, which will expire on 30th April 2015. So the benefit of this expense will be available in next financial year also. Now, what is the adjustment entry which is passed for prepaid expenses? It is prepaid insurance premium account debited to insurance premium account. Simply, the entry will be prepaid expenses account debited to relevant expenses account. And in this example, expense is insurance. So the entry will be prepaid insurance premium account debited to insurance premium account. Now the effect of this entry on financial statements. Prepaid expenses will be deducted from the expenses and shown in profit and loss account. Further, it will be recorded on the asset side of the balance sheet. So prepaid expenses are the assets of an organization. Further, while preparing profit and loss account, these are deducted from the relevant expenses. Accrued income is the amount which have been already earned but not received by the yet. The amount of income which is earned but not received is accrued income. For example, amount of rent not yet received by the business which was expected to be received earlier is termed as accrued income. And the adjustment entry for accrued income is accrued income account debited to particular income account. For example, if the income is interest, then the entry will be or adjustment entry will be accrued interest account debited to interest account. Now, effect of accrued income adjustment on financial statement, there will be two effects. Number one, accrued interest will be added to the income and shown on the credit side of the profit and loss account, and further it is shown on the asset side of the balance sheet. Depreciation. Depreciation refers to the reduction in the value of asset with the time due to normal wear and tear. Depreciation is charged at some percentage on the value of asset and is charged on the profit of that year. This helps in showing true financial position and depicting its true value in the balance sheet. Now, adjustment entry for depreciation. The entry will be depreciation account debited to machinery account. Now, effect of depreciation adjustment on financial statements. Depreciation is recorded on the debit side of the profit and loss account. Further, the asset side of balance sheet will hold the depreciation amount after being deducted from the amount of machinery. Bad debts. The amount of debts which is not repaid by the debtor or which remains unrecovered in spite of the collection efforts are termed as bad debts. They are important to be adjusted in order to find out the exact amount of sundry debtors. Now, what is the adjustment entry? The adjustment entry will be bad debts account debited to sundry debtors. Effect of bad debts adjustment on financial statement is number one, bad debts will be written on the debit side of the profit and loss account, and further it will be shown on the asset side of the balance sheet by deducting these bad debts from the sundry debtors. Provision for doubtful debts. Doubtful debts are those debts on which company is doubtful that whether the amount will be paid or not. Such type of debts, it is necessary that for such type of debts a provision is created on the basis of conservatism approach, and according to conservatism approach one must anticipate the losses, not the profit. So the provision for doubtful debt is to be created, and it is created in terms of percentage keeping in mind the past experience. Now, adjustment entry, profit and loss account debited to provision for doubtful debts account. The effect of adjustment entry on profit and loss account or financial statements, it will be added in the amount of bad debts on the debit side of the profit and loss account, and further it will be deducted from sundry debtors on the asset side of the balance sheet. Outstanding expenses. An expense is considered as outstanding if the amount of expense is not paid before the date it was supposed to be paid. So in order to highlight the fact, adjustment entry is supposed to be passed at the end of the year. The adjustment entry will be expenses account debited to outstanding expenses account. For example, if outstanding expenses are wages outstanding, the entry will be wages account debited to outstanding wages account. Effect on financial statements. It will be shown on the liability side of the balance sheet and debit side of the profit and loss or trading account. Simply it means if wages outstanding, these will be shown on the debit side of the trading account. If rent outstanding, then it will be shown on the profit and loss account debit side. Provision for discount on debtors. If the sales are made on credit basis, then in order to get the early payments from the debtors, merchants declare of giving discounts to the debtors. This is known as provision for discount on debtors. And the adjustment entry will be profit and loss account debited to provision for discount on debtors account. Effect on financial statements, it will be presented on debit side of the profit and loss account. Further, it will be shown on the asset side of the balance sheet by deducting it from the sundry debtors. Reserve for discount on creditors. Creditors arise when the transaction is done on credit basis. That is, when the business purchases the goods and does not pay right away, instead promise to pay in later date, and the creditors, in order to speed up the collection from the business, declares a discount. If the payment is done within specific period, such a discount on creditors in anticipated profits for the business, and adjustment entry need to be passed for the same. The adjustment entry will be reserved for discount on creditor account debited to profit and loss account. Effect on financial statements. In the profit and loss account, it is shown on the credit side, and in the balance sheet, it is deducted from sundry debtors on the liability side. Now the practical example. A hypothetical trial balance of ABC Limited as on April 30, 2014 is given under, with the help of which trading and profit and loss account will be prepared, followed by the balance sheet. The trial balance is given here. Capital account, stock on 31st March 2013, sale and sale return, purchase and purchase return, freight and carriage, rent and taxes, salaries and wages, sundry debtors, bank loan, bank interest, printing and advertisement, income from investment, discounts receivable, sundry creditors, cash at bank, investments, furniture, discount payable, journal expenses, audit fees, insurance, traveling expenses, postage, cash in hand, deposit with Mr. X at 10%, and drawings are the items which are given in this trial balance, and with the help of these items we have to prepare the financial statements. Additional information for the preparation of financial statement is given here. Stock on April 30, 2014 is 78,700. 50% printing is to be carried forward as a charge. Rate of depreciation on furniture at the rate of 10%. 5% provision on doubtful debts. 2% for discount on debtor and creditors. Prepaid insurance rupees 300. Salaries outstanding rupees 600. Carries outstanding rupees 200. Full year interest on deposit is charged on deposit with Mr. X. Trading and profit and loss account for the year ended on 30th April 2014 is prepared and given here. All expenses are shown on the debit side and incomes are shown on the credit side. Further, adjustment related to outstanding expenses or prepaid expenses or carried forward expenses are shown here. Outstanding expenses are added, which is clear from the account. Further, the prepaid expenses are deducted from the relevant expenses, that is, prepaid insurance is deducted from insurance account. Further, reserve for discount on creditors is shown on the credit side. Accrued interest is shown on the credit side. So all this shows that adjustments play an important role while preparing the financial statements or trading profit and loss account. It is clear from the slide that balance sheet as on 30th April 2014 is prepared, and liabilities are shown on the liability side and assets are shown on the asset side. Outstanding are the liabilities, prepaid are the assets, and these are shown on the liabilities and asset side. Further, accrued interest is shown on the asset side. Depreciation is deducted from the furniture account. provision for doubtful debts is deducted from the sundry debtors. So it reveals that adjustments are needed to be passed if we want to get the knowledge of correct financial position of the organization. All this so that why adjustment entries are so much important. Deferred revenue expenses. It is a type of expenses which is incurred only during the starting period for some time whose benefit is availed in the longer period. The entire amount cannot be written off altogether, therefore it is written off in each year. The adjustment entry is profit and loss account debited to advertisement account. If advertisement expenses are deferred revenue expenses, its effect on financial statement, it is shown on the debit side of the profit and loss account and asset side of the balance sheet after deducting from the capitalized expenses. Reserve fund. It is the fund created out of the profit and is set aside for meeting any kind of future contingencies. A portion of the profit is set aside every year to be transferred to reserve fund. The entry is profit and loss account debited to reserve fund account. Effect on financial statement. The reserve fund is shown on the debit side of the profit and loss account and on the liability side of the balance sheet. Hidden adjustments. Sometimes there are items present in the trial balance and needed to be adjusted. There is no additional information is given. For example, in trial balance, there are following balances: 6% loan 20,000, interest on loan 800. The interest on loan at the rate of 6% is 1200, but only 800 has been paid. It clear that 400 is considered as an outstanding loan. The entry will be interest on loan account debited to loan, the 400. The outstanding interest will shown on the debit side of the profit and loss account and on the liability side of the balance sheet.
So students, let us now summarize what we have learnt in this module. Final accounts are prepared at the end of the accounting period with the main aim of presenting a true and fair picture of the business. And this true and fair picture will depicted only when business maintains the accounts fairly by passing the entries accordingly. Business tries to keep balance between the revenues and expenses and ensures that matching principle is met properly. For this, certain adjustment entries needed to be passed at the end of the accounting period to depict a correct picture of the business. Adjustment entries means entries passed in order to adjust some unadjusted items. Adjustment entries are essential to be passed by business so as to find out the correct amount of expenses incurred against the amount of revenue generated, falling under the same accounting period. Mainly, adjustment entries are made for adjusting the prepaid expenses, revenue incomes, unearned revenues, outstanding expenses. Apart from this, there are many other items which need to be adjusted by business houses such as reserve fund, deferred revenue expenses, bad debts, depreciation, provision for discount on debtors, creditors, interest on drawings and capital, etc. Passing journal entries or adjusting entries is a vital part in the entire accounting cycle and cannot be ignored by the business, as by ignoring the process of adjustment entry, the true and fair image of business will not be presented and also the matching principle of accounting will be violated.